Alright, so we did one-step equations in the last video. We're still going with a one-step equation, it's just this time we have a fraction in front of us. So I want to remind you that with fractions, yes, this is multiplying. We're taking 4/5 times m, but with fractions we don't divide, right? There we go. Fractions, we don't divide. When we divide with fractions, we actually multiply by what's called the reciprocal. And if you're like, well, wait a second, what's a reciprocal? Well, it's like if I have 1/3, the reciprocal is 3/1. Or if I have 5/7, the reciprocal is 7/5. Right? So when we look at what we have here, we have 4/5. And so the reciprocal of 4/5 would be to multiply both sides by 5/4. Now I'm going to put that 28/1 so that we have a fraction times a fraction. And so from here, my 5's divide out, my 4's divide out, and I'm left with only m. And then on this side over here, what I'm actually going to start with, now there are two ways to do this. You can do 28 times 5 and then divide by 4. Total option. But I like to simplify as I go. So I know that 4 goes into 28. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So now I have 7 times 5, which is 35. And that is my final answer. And you may be like, Mrs. Cartwright, why did we go to one whole new video for that? Because if, as you're going through any of these lessons, you're like, wait a minute, how do I take care of a fraction? Here's a video on how to take care of that fraction. Okay? Do not whatsoever let fractions scare you. Okay? They are not as hard as we sometimes make them out to be. So, until next time, 8th grade. Deuces.